Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking American football, but we're going to go deeper than just the X's and O's. We're going to look at some of the really wild facts, the myths, the traditions, stuff that makes this game just huge. Like, did you know a 60-minute game only has 11 minutes of actual play? Or what about the whole pigskin thing? Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, let's jump right in with something that might blow your mind. You sit down to watch an NFL game, right? It takes, 3 hours? But how much time are the players actually playing? I mean, ball in motion, running, tackling. The answer is, it's way less than you think.
Yup, 11 minutes. That's it. So what in the world is happening for the other 2 hours and 49 minutes? Well, that's the real game, in a way. It's all about strategy. Huddles calling these super complex plays, substitutions, coaches analyzing every little detail. It makes those 11 minutes of action just incredibly explosive and important.
Okay, so to really get this game, you've got to start with the one thing at the center of it all, the football. And believe me, the ball itself has a few secrets.
You know, everyone calls it a pigskin. It's one of those classic nicknames you just hear and repeat. But have you ever actually thought about it? Is that iconic ball really made from a pig?
Nope, not a chance. The whole pigskin thing, it's a total myth. Not a single pig is involved. Seriously. So what is it then? It's cowhide. Yep, every official NFL football is made from top-of-the-line cowhide leather. That's what gives it that perfect grip and shape. But here's where it gets really cool. We've gone way beyond just simple leather. Today's footballs are basically pieces of tech. They have microchips inside them. These chips track everything in real time. How fast it was thrown, the distance, even the spin rate. It's wild. All right, so we've got this high-tech cowhide ball. Let's see what happens when it's actually used on the field. Because that's where you get the legendary moments and some pretty weird traditions. Let's talk about one of those moments. I mean, a feat of skill so incredible, it's hard to even wrap your head around. We're talking about one of the greatest kicks in football history. Picture this. It's 2021. The Baltimore Ravens kicker, Justin Tucker, steps up. He's not just kicking a field goal, he's kicking a game winner from 66 yards out, an NFL record. Just unbelievable. So 66 yards, what does that even mean? For our viewers in Europe and elsewhere, that's about 60 meters. Think about a soccer pitch. That's like kicking from behind the halfway line and getting it through the posts. The power and precision is it's off the charts. But football isn't all about incredible stats. It's also about tradition, right? And one of the most famous is the Gatorade shower. You've seen it a million times. You might think it was some clever marketing idea, but nope. It started totally organically back in 1984 with the New York Giants. And of course, these incredible moments and traditions aren't happening in a vacuum. They're for the fans. So let's pan out from the field and look at the stands, because that's where you really see the massive scale of this sport. Okay, quick question for you. Where are the biggest football stadiums? You're probably thinking of the pros, right? The NFL. Makes sense. But you'd actually be wrong. Yeah, as huge as NFL stadiums are, the absolute titans, the biggest of the big, are actually in college football at the university level. I'm talking about places like Michigan Stadium. They call it the Big House for a reason. It holds over 107,000 people. Let that sink in. 107,000. It just goes to show you the passion for college football is absolutely massive, sometimes even bigger than the pros. And whether we're talking college or pro, all that energy, all that passion, it all builds up to one single event every year, the Super Bowl. Look, the Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's way bigger than that. It's a national holiday, basically. Every single year, it's the most watched thing on TV in the entire US, period. And when you have that many eyeballs watching, the money involved is just staggering. You want to run a commercial during the game? Just a 30-second spot? That'll cost you over $7 million. So you win the whole thing. What do you get? I mean, besides bragging rights for a whole year. Well, you get a ring, a Super Bowl ring. The winning team gets about 150 of these things, and they are loaded with diamonds. A serious piece of jewelry to remember the win. And it's not just the quarterback and the star receiver who get one. These rings go out to the entire organization. We're talking players, coaches, all the team staff, the owners, everyone. It's a way of saying, hey, we all did this together. So think about it. We've gone from simple leather balls to ones with microchips, from small games to $7 million ads. The game has changed, big time. To finish up, let's just take a quick look at that journey. The very first game, back in 1869, it was basically a weird mix of soccer and rugby. Now, fast forward to today. It's a global, multi-billion-dollar business with insane technology and huge audiences. The transformation is just, wow. So that leaves us with one last question to chew on. If the game has changed this much in the last 150 years, what's it going to look like in another 150? What do you think the future holds for football? Guess we'll all just have to keep watching to see.